Stage idea number 6, The Eagle's Tower, game Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, version 3DS. Now, when it comes to the Eagle's Tower and this being a 3DS stage, I know we already have the 3DS version released. I know we already know the stages, but I'm still going to offer stage ideas for the 3DS version on top of the Wii version, in case, maybe DLC ideas. I'm going to still name ideas out. I still have a couple more 3DS stage ideas out, so I wanted to, share them with you guys. And basically, this was one of the ideas that I have for that. And like I said, even though we already have the 3DS version, we already know all the stages. Any 3DS version, any 3DS stage I'm basically giving ideas for now are basically going to be interpreted as if they were possible DLC choices. Like, maybe if these are ideas for maybe DLC stages. And there you go. Eagle's Tower is one of the dungeons in Link's Awakening on the Game Boy, the original Game Boy, in which you basically make your way through and go to the top and fight the boss at the end. So basically, this is actually a boss room type stage, which we have yet to see from a Zelda game, from a Zelda stage in Smash Bros. At all so far. Everything we've seen so far is just a generic location, like, the bridge or the temple or the castle or whatever, just generic, general stages like the Spirit Tracks or, Skyloft or whatever. This stage actually represents a boss room, or, well, it's not necessarily a room, it's a big giant tower in the top of the sky, but, it's a the boss battle place. And I think that would be an interesting location, especially due to the fact that we've never seen released a stage like this, interpreted the fact that there's not much really to stand on. So how would the Eagle's Tower actually work as a stage in Super Smash Bros. 4? Now, basically, I'm going to say this is a stage that's going to offer a challenge to players, because they're going to have to fight over the little area they have to stay alive on, which is what you see in this picture, a tower, in which it's the top of the tower itself. You can go to the top level and the bottom level, climbing down that ladder, and that's it. Majority of its sky, majority of its area where your player could easily fall off. Most of its empty area where it is easy to fall off and die. So you basically have very little area to fight and very little area to survive on. And players, like I said, can climb up and down the ladder, making it a stage that has 2 floors, the bottom level of the ladder and the way top of the tower. And the one and only major stage hazard I would actually have that comes with the stage is the Evil Eagle, which is the boss from this temple, the boss from this dungeon, which it may occasionally come down and attack the top of the players, which would make them easier to fall off the stage. Now, it doesn't come around too often, but when it does, it comes off around as often as maybe like the Yellow Devil in the Mega Man stage, or like the spirit thing in that Find Me stage or something like that. It doesn't come around that often. When it comes down, it makes it easier for the players to fall off. So you might want to get rid of it, attack it, and get rid of it before it attacks you. Or just get away and maybe let it get the other players, which makes it easier for you, but it doesn't pick and choose who it attacks. It generally tries to attack all of you. So that's basically my idea for the stage. It's one small little tower with mostly open sky. You have to fight over your space, and then this boss can come down sometimes and just screw you over some more because it makes it even harder to stay on that space while you're trying to fight over it with other players. So it's kind of a stage that's strategic because it offers more of a challenge on how can you survive when you don't have much area to survive on. Which is kind of like what I did with Sandblast Highway from Sin and Punishment for the Wii U stage when I did my first stage idea. And the fact that the platforms, that you fight on the platforms while you're moving and it's not that many platforms and they can fall apart. It's a challenge. This is like the 3DS version to that, like the challenge of trying to stay alive as long as possible on as little area as you possibly can stay alive on. And that's basically what my thoughts are on this. So what about the song ideas I have for this tower? Now, I had to do a little bit of research and try to get into some Link's Awakening music I wanted to basically include as ideas for this stage. Now, obviously, not all these songs would be on the stage, actually, because there's only about like 2 songs you can include on 3DS version, unless, you can eventually add music or switch music out or whatever. But like if they ever do that as an update or a DLC or something like that. But here's our 8 song ideas, which for the most part I have done at least 8 ideas, Wii U or 3DS based stages, just to offer a sense of choice and possibilities for these stages. Like, okay, I'm not just going to pick 2 specific songs and be like, okay, those are the specific songs I guarantee for this stage. No, I basically name ideas so that, okay, here's the ideas we could pick from. If this was actually a stage, let's pick our songs from it, and there you go. So basically, the song ideas I have for um, the Eagle's Tower from Link's Awakening. Well, the first one is obviously the Eagle's Tower main theme, so it's basically the tower, the dungeon's actual main theme that you when you uh, play through the dungeon, that theme, and it's also the Link's Awakening boss battle theme, which is the same for every boss I think practically in the game. So, which represents the evil eagle coming down. Just when you're actually in this arena. The Mount Tamaranch Tall Tall Heights theme, the Ballad of the Wind Fish song, Nightmare Battles, Color Dungeon, Sword Search, and also the Link's Awakening overworld main theme, which is pretty similar to the overworld theme for most Zelda games, but it's, they're always their own little interpretations. If I had to pick two specific themes from here that I would specifically pick for the 3DS version, I would pick the first two, the Eagle's Tower's main theme and the Boss Battle theme, if I had to pick one. And if I had to pick a potential backup song, I'd pick probably the Ballad of the Windfish, probably. But I'd say the Eagle's Tower main theme and Link's Awakening Boss Battle theme are the main two themes out of these ideas that I think make sense and would go for the stage. And those are my ideas. I hope you guys like this video. Hope you guys like this idea. Put in the comment section what you guys think. Would you like to see this as a stage? As DLC? Would this be a cool Zelda location to play on? Would you find this a fun stage to battle on? What would you do with the stage? Like, what would you do differently than me? Like, I've offered my interpretation, how I would do it, my idea. What would you do? Would you offer different music? Would you have it play differently? Would you put platforms in there to make it a little bit easier for players? Or what? Or would you just decide not to do this as a stage? I'd like to see what you guys think and put in the comment section what you guys think, and maybe we can have a conversation over it. And that's about it, and so on and so forth. I'll see you guys later in my next idea video, and you guys have fun. Peace.